From Oshkosh Community Media Services, this is Community Access TV2, your community television channel.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on CATV2 for the 2015 Oshkosh Memorial Day Procession. My name's Emily Mikowski. I'll be hosting the parade today along with my friend Mike Hurt here. So Mike, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here, pleasure to be here.
Yes, and you're no stranger to the procession.
Oh yeah, many years ago had hosted this along with good friend Doc Sunlightner. Want to give a shout out to Doc. I know you couldn't be here today, but we're thinking of you.
Yes, we miss you, Doc. So we're actually getting kicked off right away right now with the Oshkosh Mobile Command Unit. Really cool vehicle. We've got some kids in the front waving too, and this one's been around for maybe about a year now.
Yep, absolutely. It's been here, and it's a great command and control vehicle in the event that there's ever a crisis situation that our police can utilize that. And again, the Oshkosh Chief of Police is Scott Gruhl.
Yes. And it's a great turnout today for there being the inclement weather too.
Excellent for today's parade, or procession, excuse me. We're starting off with the Marine Corps League Color Guard, and it's being leading the Color Guard is Nick McCullough. And the new Commandant for the Marine Corps League is our good friend Ralph Beck. Ralph Beck has just been a cornerstone of the veteran community here, and just a great guy. We also have Butch Keel. He is in the vehicle as well, and will be leading the color guard at the cemetery. And we continue to have Marine Corps, the auxiliaries coming through. The auxiliary does a phenomenal job of supporting the Marines, and the auxiliary that or the Marine Corps League that we have here, supports current and past Marines, as well as making a difference in the Oshkosh community.
Yes.
As well. Coming up next, we have, looks like the Oshkosh Police Department. Their color guard team leading the way here. They're looking good, looking sharp. People in blue are looking fantastic.
And we are so thankful for our Oshkosh Police Department. They do so much on a daily basis for us, and being a part of the city department here in Oshkosh, we're so happy to be able to work with them.
Yeah, and they're looking good. They're in formation,
Yes.
marching very smartly.
So maybe we can take a minute and talk about what Memorial Day is and what it's for.
And that's a good point. Memorial Day today is a procession. What you're witnessing here today is procession.
Not a parade.
It's not a parade. And a parade you'll have clowns,
candy throwing,
and it's very festive. And what you're seeing here with this procession is it's very dignified. It's very somber, and the main event is happening at the cemetery.
Yes.
And so there is a very distinct difference that does happen. Looks like at this time we are having just VFW. VFW is coming upon us right now. Great crew that we have here. The commander for the VFW is David Holst. Should be mentioned that they have attained All-American status this year. And that very prestigious award, and that they led the way for the cremains ceremony that will occur at Riverside.
Yes, and that's another very important part of today that doesn't usually always happen every year is the unclaimed remains.
And there we have the VFW auxiliary as well. Again, great supporters, make a difference out here in the community.
And the ladies auxiliary for VFW.
All right.
Riding in style.
Hey there.
And then we've got the Oshkosh Patriotic Council.
And there we have our MC for today. Matt will be with us. He's a citizen soldier with the 1157th, and he's looking dapper today, and he'll be doing the MCing.
Yes. And we've got the mayor, Steve Cummings.
That is Mayor Cummings. Should be mentioned that our mayor is also a Marine, ex-Marine. So he's looking good today, and he'll do us well.
Yes.
And represents the city.
And I think we hear a little bit of music coming up ahead here.
I hear the marching bands, and that's a good point too. Is the marching bands? They'll be playing anything from could be Anchors Aweigh to the Marine Corps hymn, and again, they're very focused on patriotic songs.
It looks like this could be the VFW band coming up here.
Yep, that is the VFW band. The director from it is Lisa Zemtok, and they do just a phenomenal job. They will be down by the cemetery, and we'll be doing the dirt.
We've got the Spartans coming up here, Oshkosh North High School Band.
Yeah, Oshkosh North High School Band coming up, and again, the crowd just enjoys it. It should be mentioned today that there was a lot of projection for bad weather, but I really have to comment and say that the citizens lined up is just outstanding.
We got to give those bands credit for playing in this crummy weather. I know they've won a lot of awards. They've done a lot of trips. So they're one of the many great high school bands that we have here in Oshkosh.
Something we should take the opportunity to talk about too is that we're in this is a very unique Memorial Day observance for Oshkosh, in that we traditionally, there'd be a ceremony at the cemetery, but there is actually a funeral service will occur.
Mm-hmm.
And through the good works of the VFW and their post commander David Holst, they have actually, over the last 2 years, identified the remains of 3 people from Oshkosh that will be buried as part of today's ceremony. And that's Frank Rudolph Brookins, Clarence Arthur Schreiber, and Dorothy Lynn Stratton. So coming upon us right now is the Company E volunteers.
Yes.
For Old Abe, and these guys and gals are just phenomenal, and they represent us as the Oshkosh Volunteers, Company E, 2nd Wisconsin.
Oh, and I give those ladies credit for wearing those big hoop skirts out here in the rain.
Well, it should be noted too, it's the 150th anniversary of the Civil War, the end of the war.
Okay.
And so this is a time period that obviously had a huge impact in this country. Unbelievable detail to the uniforms.
I know. We've got a military vehicle coming up here.
That we do. Looks like we have the...
following up our volunteers.
Following up. There we go.
Now that's I think one of the most interesting parts of this procession is those military vehicles.
Well, and that vehicle is with the Military Veterans Museum. They do a phenomenal job of showcasing and displaying.
If you haven't gotten out there, definitely get out there and see all those awesome vehicles they've got. And we've got a World War II veteran. Wow.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, the World War II veterans, I mean, they definitely are our greatest generation, and they sacrifice so much. And to be able to have them out here today is just great.
Yes.
And, you know, their numbers, you know, are just decreasing, and so to have them here with us in the parade is just huge.
It's an honor. It looks like we got another Military Veterans Museum vehicle coming up here.
Hell, heaven, or home. So, yeah, we do have another vehicle out there. And again, representing, you know, that World War II generation, guy and gal, looking great. All right. And looks like we have next coming
Harry Tippler Middle School Band.
Middle School, the Tippler Tigers. And Johanna Anderson, she is the band music director for that school.
And it's hard to believe that this is a middle school band, isn't it?
Yeah,
They do
just
such a
phenomenal.
good job.
Hey there, kids are looking good,
They're looking great.
just phenomenal. And I'll tell you, you can hear them throughout the neighborhoods just prior to the procession, and they work very, very hard. Obviously, great school and supportive of their family.
Maybe we can take a minute to thank the Friends of OCN. They're bringing us this parade today on Channel 2, a group that backs up Oshkosh Community Media Services, and they bring a lot of great programming to Channel 2.
And right now we have the Disabled American Veterans coming up. We have George Gillis and Mary Gillis. They are the commanders of the post and auxiliary. Hey there, hey gentlemen. And a great group of people. And they are for advocacy, service, and legislation to help veterans. Currently, we have AMVETS coming up upon us. Jeff Bedward is the Oshkosh commander for Post 7. And membership in AMVETS is open to those currently serving or those who have honorably served in U.S. forces from World War II unto the present. Should be noted, Jeff is the current president of the Oshkosh Patriotic Council. Hey, friends, good to see you. Hey, they're looking good.
They are.
And they have just done a phenomenal job. And we have followed up here is coming is the AMVETS Auxiliary as well.
Yes.
Hello there. There's Ellen Schmidt. Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi there. And just do again just a great job. And that's really a key component with you know, with today's procession is there's a lot of behind the scenes work that does occur within the Oshkosh Patriotic Council.
That's
you
very
have groups
true.
from, you know, AMVETS, VFW, American Legion, so forth, Vietnam Veterans of America. I mean, they're all out there. Everybody's working hard. You have, you know, the 1157 Transportation Company here within the community, and there's a lot of coordination. This procession just doesn't occur.
Oh, it doesn't just pop up. And I know I got to attend a Patriotic Council meeting with Doc Sonleitner, and it's amazing to me how hard everybody works to make this happen today. And, you know, they really, it's like you said, it's not just another parade out there. It really is a very meaningful, somber day that we're trying to honor and remember those people that have lost their lives.
And, you know, I was taking a look at some of the numbers before I came out here today, and since 1775, there have been 1 million Americans have lost their life. You know, all the way from the early days of the Revolutionary War to, you know, what we're seeing in Iraq and Afghanistan in our present day. So
we're so thankful to all those people and their families. We need to remember their families as well as their, you know, as they have gone through and are going through all of this.
And it's true, because for the families it's especially tough, because, you know, for the rest of folks, you know, the week goes on, but it's the families that have to live with, you know, that one person not being there for the Christmas or at the holiday table. Looking up,
We've got Carl Traeger, yes. Another band.
yeah, and they just do a phenomenal job.
They do a great job.
And the leader for Carl Traeger is Karen Creepy.
These are 7th and 8th graders.
They are doing Anchors Away today. So all the Navy people, this is a tribute
drum line is my favorite part of those bands.
That was just incredible.
Yes.
They're just phenomenal. And right now, coming up, we have the American Legion Cook Fuller Post 70. The post commander is Norbert Gray, and the Legion, they promote Americanism, community service, youth activities, and they address the needs of veterans.
I can't believe they're the largest wartime veterans organization.
Absolutely,
wow.
absolutely. And their color guard is looking great.
Very nice. Got a couple more vehicles coming up here.
We have more members of the American Legion, Post 70, Cook Fuller. I believe I see Rosemary Pitts. She was in that vehicle as well.
Oh, okay.
And Rosemary has just truly been a matriarch to the Oshkosh veterans community.
More American Legion
And
Auxiliary.
continue. Absolutely. And we have Merrill Middle School coming up. The leader there is Charles Bauer. They will be performing the Army song. My favorite.
And their director actually spent time with the National Guard.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Mr. Bauer is 6 years there. And they have just a great organization. They performed at the Milwaukee Bucks game, District Solo and Assembly, and the Wisconsin Music Association. So let's enjoy that Army song.
Wonderful.
A blessing today, though, is with the weather. It's cool. That this is just ideal
Yes.
for March.
Oh, yeah.
Having to march. So we have.
We've got some Boy Scouts coming up here.
Yeah, we have another color guard here with the Scouts supporting our troops. They have Old Glory as well as the POW MIA flag. And
the
now
Elks
we have
Lodge.
the Oshkosh Elks Lodge. Their leader there is James Bleckel. The Oshkosh Elks Lodge, number 292. It's a charitable organization, actually founded in 1895. And
So they've got scholarships, they provide dictionaries to third graders, drug awareness, they do a hoop shoot, Boys and Girl Scouts, they do a ton of stuff. Holy cow.
They do a phenomenal job, and it's people such as this, citizens such as this, that are truly the heartbeat of the community. And we have coming up on is the Knights of Columbus vehicle here. And the Knights of Columbus is a Catholic fraternal benefit society, and established in 1882, founded on the principles of charity, unity, and fraternity.
And now we've got the Lord's Academy Marching Band coming up here, looking great in red.
And their band director is Michelle Sorensen. And it should be mentioned, it's a combined band of Lourdes High School and St. John's Middle School.
Another military vehicle coming up here.
Yeah, coming up here. I expect this will be through the Military Veterans Museum. I can say that I many moons ago sat in the back of one
Wow.
of those.
Ah, amazing. Now what do we got coming up here?
Yeah, we have a half-track vehicle here. The
Wow.
Military Veterans Museum really does an excellent job of maintaining and promoting our vehicles, our heritage, and The museum itself is open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So please take an opportunity, get down there, especially with these summer months coming up. Be a great opportunity to take the family out.
Oh yeah, you could spend hours there just learning so much. They've got a lot of great stories to tell.
And we have the Fox Valley Vietnam Veterans Association coming up. There's Mike Robinson.
All right.
So, and they have just done such a phenomenal job with the Vietnam veterans. You know, be it the 4th of July parade here, the Memorial Day procession. They have always been a backbone in this community and have truly made a difference.
We got the Military Order of the Purple Heart.
And these are true warriors. Your Military Order of the Purple Heart. The Purple Heart is the oldest award, and it's for those that have been injured in battle. And again, just a phenomenal organization.
Now they're still a little ways away, but it looks like we've got some Girl Scouts coming up here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Girl Scouts, a very strong program here in the Oshkosh community, and it's about having fun, helping young ladies and women grow confident and engage in a variety of activities.
Yes, they do a ton of stuff. I know I was a Girl Scout growing up, and you know, it's not just Girl Scout cookies and you know, camping trips. They do a lot of great volunteer work. It's a great way to teach girls, you know, important things that they need to know, life skills, things like that. You can learn more about them at OshkoshGirlScouts.com if you're interested in, you know, signing your daughter up for a troop.
And this is a great opportunity for them to be able to show their support to the veterans community, to be able to honor those who have done that ultimate sacrifice. And
staying nice and dry in their garbage bags.
That's right, that's right. But you know, you look at it, it's the moms and the dads and the family members that are doing that support.
Oh yeah.
So it's excellent.
And we've got some other little ones coming up here too.
One thing to mention real briefly too is that actually the history of Memorial Day, it was actually originally Decoration Day.
Yes.
And there was General John Logan with I believe it was 1868 issued Order Number 11, which encouraged the laying of flowers at graves. And I really, when I look back upon that order, it was about healing and it was about remembrance. And to this day, we still do that. So it's
a very important day, and like we said, it's much different than the 4th of July.
Absolutely. And we have Oshkosh West coming up here. The leaders of it are Mr. Dan Singer and Mr. Brian Wilson. And the Oshkosh West High School Band has a long history of excellence, dating back to the founding in 1919.
Holy
wow.
cow! And today they're performing Wild Blue Yonder, arranged by Mr. Brian Wilson, one of the band directors, with percussion parts by West drumline instructor Mr. Jay Edgerson. It's a tribute to the U.S. Air Force, combining the Air Force March and the Air Force Hymn into a fitting tribute to the youngest branch of the U.S. military.
And the students and directors today indicate that they're proud to honor those that have fallen in service to our country with today's performance.
Let's take a listen. 275 members of that band they've got. It's a big,
Wow.
it's a big band.
That was an incredible
Oh, they do an
performance.
amazing job.
And the thing for people to remember is all the time that is spent on their own personal time, just
Yes.
honing those skills and the lessons and so forth. Just incredible. Well, we have Boy Scouts coming here, and we have some great troops out here in the Oshkosh area. And Scouts, they learn from the Scout Law, the rules of good conduct, respect for others, obviously the outdoor skills, first aid, citizenship, and leadership skills from older Scouts as well. And many of them, as you can see, have badges and so forth, and those are worked through as part of the achievement.
They do a lot of work for those badges.
Yep, absolutely. And again, you can see the adult leaders that are working with the Scouts as well.
Yes. We've got Webster Stanley Middle School Band coming up now with leader David Hamilton. We've got about 75 people on the band, and they've been working really hard to prepare for today. 6th through 8th graders actually are in the bands at Webster.
And looks like they'll be playing the Marine Hymn.
Yes. Boy Scouts following up the band.
Yep, and we have the Carl Traeger Elementary, 3682 coming on. And again, the Scouts here do just a great job. Great opportunity here for them to, whether it's character development, physical fitness, and again, a great job working with older leaders that guide them along.
Yes. Got Franklin Cub Scouts now.
Yeah.
Followed up by Lakeside Green Meadow, Pack 3657.
Yeah, and established in 1966.
Yeah, they've been around for a little while,
They've been around, yeah.
Now we've got the Vietnam Veterans of America coming up here in a red truck.
Yep, and the current president is Dwayne Cannon. And the VVA Chapter 437 was chartered on January 1989, and they have 48 members. Great group of people. And we have the Wisconsin Lao Veterans of America Incorporated. And it should be mentioned with the veterans that they supported, they engaged in combat operations with U.S. covert air and ground operations during the Vietnam War. They were essential, and they're part of that team.
And now we've got South Park, I think it said, middle school band. Yes, South Park, led by Emily Bauer, and they've got about 95 kids. Let's take a listen.
Freemasons of Oshkosh and the members of Oshkosh Masonic Lodge 27, and leading them is Ron Montgomery.
So again, you're watching channel CATV2 from Oshkosh Community Media. You can watch us online at oshkoshcommunitymedia.org or check us out on Facebook. Just search for Oshkosh Community Media Services. You can get some really cool programming updates. We'll be posting a lot of our videos and photos to our wall. And you can also follow the City of Oshkosh on Twitter for different updates too. And so, Mike, you have actually hosted this procession before Doc started doing it.
Yeah, it was actually the first 3 to 4 years. Doc and I had hosted the procession, and then at that time I was in the Army Reserve, and ended up heading out the door. But Doc continued to do it.
Yes.
It was just an incredible cornerstone of this. So I do miss him here today, but I know that he couldn't be here. But again,
and he'll be watching us on TV, that's for sure.
Right. And we have coming up right now at this time the funeral procession.
Yes.
As indicated earlier in the show, that today is about 3 service members that are going to be buried. Their remains were unclaimed, and due to the good work of the VFW, those remains were identified. The city of Oshkosh has been very supportive of this, as they have opened and closed the graves.
Got
At
the
this
American
time,
Legion riders.
Yeah, we have our American Legion riders coming up here. And then we also have the Marine Corps League and their rifle detail providing that honor as well. And the chaplain for today's event at Riverside is Ralph Beck. And again, Ralph has just been a cornerstone of this veterans community as well. And we'll be coming upon the hearse with the 3 remains. And the hearse is provided by Seafeld. Should mention, as you see, that there are military personnel that are escorting it. And that is as it should be. And it's members of the 1157th and 1158th transportation companies. 1157th is from the Oshkosh area. 1158th is from Beloit. And
It just got very quiet here too,
Yep.
with everybody standing up, and it's. So they are headed over to Riverside. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about what's going to be going on there.
What'll happen is they will be going to Riverside Cemetery. It'll be a traditional military honors will be given. Taps will occur, a salute will occur, a service will be conducted by Ralph Beck as well. And this is just for every service member, that final honor is their burial. And nobody should be denied that. Nobody should be given that. They should be given that honor. And so it's an amazing thing to have the veterans community, the Oshkosh citizens, all pull together, and it's truly a somber but great day in Oshkosh.
Yes, so like you said, the Oshkosh Memorial Day procession is not the only thing that's happening today. People have been up very early, reading names, laying wreaths, and then followed up by the the things at Riverside.
Yeah, it's and it's a good point that you bring up, is that sometimes with Memorial Day, people will look at it as kind of, hey, we're going to take the boat up north, or grilling and so forth. But it really is to honor to those that have given that ultimate sacrifice. And we today in Oshkosh are doing that.
Yes, and so we thank all of our veterans here in Oshkosh who have gone before us. We thank you for your service, Mike, and as well as Doc, and everyone else that has served and is currently serving. So that was our Memorial Day procession. It was great hosting it today with you, Mike. We got to thank a few people, and that's our volunteers and staff. We've got Scott Williams, Andy Radig, along with our volunteers who are Ian Bartlett and Gary Ross. And I got to say, they've been out here since pretty early this morning, setting up in the rain. So we give them a lot of credit. So thank you so much for joining us today, Mike. And thank you all for joining us for the 2015 Oshkosh Memorial Day procession. We'll see you next time.